Hi there, my name is Jen. I am an intuitive business advisor and I help passionate, heart centered, impact driven entrepreneurs and leaders get out of their heads and connected to their gut so they can make intuitive and expansive decisions, find intuitive solutions, and then I help them really anchor that intuitive knowledge or wisdom into practical actions and plans. And this is exactly what we're going to do today. And I want to share one of my favorite little tricks, I would say, that I like to use with entrepreneurs to help them really um, understand their intuition a little bit more, understand how they're built, and then understand how they can better function in their business and while making decisions as they move forward. So, my question to you today is which character of Friends are you in your business? So, I'm going to share with you a philosophy that I developed over the last 12 years. It actually kind of came to me intuitively when I was a yoga teacher and a yoga therapist before I moved into being a business advisor and coach and supporting entrepreneurs in their businesses. And then as I moved into the business coaching, I kind of blended that with this philosophy that came to me through my understanding of the doshas and Ayurveda. So if you don't know what those are yet, I'm going to give you a link so you can go do your test. Um, Doshas are essentially what Ayurveda call our innate constitution, how we are built, how we are made, what comes most naturally to us. And within the doshas, we have Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. So Vata is related to air and ether. And I always understand Vata as like our creative energy. It's like the energy that's just very light and fluid, where we get ideas, inspiration, where a spark of motivation comes. And for me, Vata is Phoebe in Friends, right? The very creative, fluid, go with the flow, nothing really stresses her. Um, but Vata, when it gets out of balance, turns into anxiety, scattered energy, and just really not being grounded. Imagine like a helium balloon that you let go of. What happens? You lose it, it goes off into the ethers. Um, then we have Pitta, and Pitta is related to mainly fire. For me, Pitta is the fire energy, and Pitta is the energy that gets us moving, taking action, making decisions. Um, Pitta is Monica. Monica is the one who's just like the doer. She's like intense, the perfectionist, and like she doesn't wait to get things done. Pitta, when it goes out of balance, so when there's too much Pitta, when I say out of balance, it's when there's too much Pitta, it can turn into like aggressive energy, frustration, impatience, forcing things, pushing things. It's like that feeling when you just keep hitting the same wall over and over and over again, and you don't understand why you're still getting the same results. That's like overdoing Pitta energy. And then Kapha is the earth energy, is the grounded energy, the structure, the calm, reflective, organized energy. And that energy is generally Ross in Friends. Um, and Kapha, when it goes out of balance, becomes lethargic, um, lazy, stubborn. It could even like go into like depression, just feeling really heavy and unmotivated. Um, that's when we get like too caught up in structure, when we're being too rigid in our lives. There's not enough like fire and air. Maybe we get too comfortable. We stay more in our comfort zone where we know what is happening. And we know Ross and Friends, he really stays. Um, he really believes in what he believes in, and he kind of stays in his comfort zone. But we see Ross and Friends get really frustrated sometimes because it's like, yeah, his rigidity and his structure is just not giving him enough of space for freedom. So you're probably wondering what happened with Rachel and Joey. So Rachel and Joey, in my opinion, are very balanced dosha energies. So oftentimes um, we will be more one energy than the other. Um, And so, for example, I'm Pitta Vata, and then sometimes, depending on the season, the actual season or the moment in my life, I'll be more Vata Pitta. So I need Kapha in my life. I need the structure, the direction, the organization, which I actually work really hard to bring into my life because I know that that's what balances me. But there are some people who are very evenly balanced in Pitta, Vata, and Kapha. And Joey and Rachel are quite balanced in the three. They're like sometimes they're just fun and relaxed and flowy. Sometimes they're very structured and organized. Sometimes I would say Joey is maybe more on the Vata side. Yeah, I would say Rachel is the most balanced. Joey is probably more on the Phoebe side, but he can be very um, he takes action very quickly as well. And yeah, maybe he has less of the kapha. So Joey, I would say, is like um, Pitta Vata, and Rachel is very balanced in all three, um, which allows her to be very flexible. So I don't know if you remember the episode of Friends when Phoebe, Monica, and Rachel are having like this little fight, and they're talking about kind of their personalities and what they each need to work on. And Phoebe at one point like says that Rachel is very vanilla, which means she's just kind of like this kind of more neutral person. She's not like super full of vibrancy, but she's not like really boring either. She's just like, yeah, vanilla. We know what that feels like and what that means. So you'll probably recognize yourself pretty quickly in these characters. I tend to be a Monica. A Monica and a little bit of a Phoebe sometimes, but I would say more Monica because Monica gets ideas and inspiration and then she goes for it. She takes action, she makes decision. And I recognize myself in Monica because I know that I tend to overdo my pitta and then I'm working too much, I'm working too hard, I'm overdoing things, and then I can't get clarity anymore. So the reason why this is so important in business is that for me, because I'm an intuitive business advisor, I always want to get entrepreneurs out of their head and connected to their gut, right? And in order to be connected to your gut, you need to be able to feel what's happening in your body. So, in every moment of your day, you're going to feel if you're in flow or frustrated or hitting a wall or stuck. You know, kapha energy is going to be like the stuck energy. And if you know what constitution you are, you know then what you need to bring into your life to balance you, either in your habits and routines or in your team, right? So, I know for me, for example, because I'm Pitta Vata, I need some kapha people in my business. Um, and I also need some pitta people because if not, I'm going to be the one doing all the doing because I won't wait. When I have an idea, I want something to happen. If there's nobody to do it, I'm just going to do it. So I need pitta and kapha people. I don't need more vata people in my business because I am the visionary. I am the one with ideas and inspiration and creativity. Vata is all creativity. Um, so you can kind of sit with this and see, like, okay, who are you in the characters of Friend? And where do you see yourself getting out of balance most often? Even if you're two doshas, like for me, the Pitta Vata, um, I don't go overboard in Vata very often. I'll go more overboard in balance in Pitta. So you'll be able to kind of feel into that, and you know yourself. You're gonna probably feel into and see really quickly where you get stuck or out of balance. So I can't wait for you to kind of discover this. I'm going to put a link with the video so that you can go do your dosha test to see which constitution you are. And if you'd like to explore this more together and just like talk about your intuition and how you can move forward more intuitively in your business, and then anchor your intuition in practicality and systems and actions and plans and really clear steps to move forward, I would love to have a chat with you. We can get acquainted, tell me about your business, and we can just dive in a little bit deeper. So you can go to jenniferjaneyoung.com/chat and feel free to book in some time with me. And I look forward to exploring this with you. All right, bye.